Now we're gonna move on to the next one. We got Crosby, Stills, and Nash. And I remember one of these videos getting a lot of views last time. Actually, let me see. All right, so CSN, Crosby's Southern Cross, Crosby, Still, and Nash represent the very best harmonies you will ever hear. Said this song may well demonstrate that better than their other songs. I think the Silhouettes scenes are genius, truly a magical band in person as well. So I wanted to read that off because I think context is good when people are requesting music. So knowing why they requested this helps me kind of build my thoughts around the reaction. So with that being said, man, let's keep going with this. Let's get it.
Got out of town on a boat.
Sound like Michael McDonald a little bit.
Sailing a reach for a following.
Must have been a great day.
She was making for the trades on the outside, and the downhill run to Papa Ete. Off the wind on this heading live the Marquesas. You got 80 feet of a water line, nicely making way in a noisy bar in Avalon. I tried to call you, but on a midnight watch I realized why twice you ran away.
Ain't gonna front. These little silhouettes right here remind me of the school pictures that we took back in like the early 90s. Like these kind of pictures was kind of going out of style, but they do the double image pictures where they have you facing the camera and then they have you in a silhouette kind of like this in the background. And I remember my photography teacher teaching me that in high school. And I was like, dude, this is amazing. This is such a good concept. But now I see what you're talking about.
Why twice you ran away? Think about how many times I had
they are harmonizing.
Spirits are using me, larger voices calling.
Oh no, hold up now. This is comparable to Too Much Heaven by the Bee Gees now. This is comparable. I mean, these guys are in sync, man. And I wonder if they did any double taking of the same vocal, but it sounds like they may have done 2 or 3 takes per person, but this sounds wonderful. I'm gonna take this back a little bit. Listen to this.
Think about how many times I had fallen. Spirits are using me, larger voices calling. What heaven brought you and me cannot be forgotten. I have been around the world.
I can't. Crosby, Stills, and Nash. I don't know who's in the middle, but I like him because he seems to move more when he harmonizes. Like he sings with his body. That sounds great.
When you see the Southern Cross for the first time, you understand now why you came this way. 'Cause the truth you might be running from is so small.
The funny thing is that they talk about the Southern Cross, but I think I read a long time ago that there was like there's a Northern Cross and there's a Southern Cross. But it seems to have more of a dilation between like astrological aspects, like with like planets and stars and stuff like that. But I can't remember how it goes. But like when they say that, it kind of, you know, they're at sea in the video. They're at sea. They looking the Southern Cross. Like, is that the, and they using the sunset to kind of illustrate that. But there's something to that. I just can't remember.
Now why you came this way? Cause the truth you might be running from is so small, but it's as big as the promise of a coming day. So I'm sailing for.
Now I'm listening to the lyrics.
Cause the truth you might be running from is so small, but it's as big as the promise of a coming day.
But it's as big as the promise of the coming day. And they use a setting sun to illustrate that too. Now, I don't know if y'all remember this, but I was living in Florida at the time, in 2013, and I remember there was a time where you could see a cross in the sky, and there was a ring around the sun, kind of like the way they illustrated in this video. And the sun created a cross. Now, that says scientifically, it's saying that the atmosphere is very cool, and the sun's rays were reflecting off like cool crystallized like air or something like that, and it created that ring. And I remember seeing like people talk about, oh, the world is ending. People were calling the cops. They didn't know what was going on. I was just like, man, people just don't know these things happen. But the Southern Cross, I believe, is the evening sun going down.
The promise of a coming
But it could have another meaning too.
So I'm sailing for tomorrow. My dreams are dying, and my love is an anchor tied to you, tied with a silver chain. I have my ship, and all her flags are a-flying. She is all that I have left, and music is her name. Think about how many times I have fallen. Spirits are using me, Lord, your voice is calling. For heaven brought you and me, cannot be forgotten.
I wonder how many takes it took to get this.
I have been around the world, looking for that woman love, who no love can endure, and you know it will, and you know it will.
Okay. Yeah, that might go on the playlist right there. I love that. And me, I just, when I look at videos and stuff with the music, it kind of takes away from the breakdown a little bit. But I know that they were talking about love, right? I know they were talking about love, but they constructed the lyrics as if that like they were on a ship. You know what I mean? And I want to see what some of the comments say. Say this song is severely underrated, simply one of the best songs of all time. I would probably do that, like in the top 100. If this is not in the top 100, I would definitely protest that list. But I know that the aspect of it, I mean, it's a beautiful song. This is what we put in the timeless classic category. And I kind of fumble a little bit with my words because I'm trying to like really piece this together. And I don't want to try too hard to be correct because music is subjective, and so I get what I get from it on the first listen. But I really like the harmonies. The harmonies is what sticks out in this song. Some of the best harmonies I've ever heard in any music reaction. And these are comparable to the Bee Gees. I believe and I'm talking about Too Much Heaven in that pocket. Like between Too Much Heaven and this, I feel like the harmonies were a lot better. And you can crucify me on the cross if you want to. But with that being said, post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. And also, man, we're going to be jumping on to the next one on TC's tapes.